Oh, hi there. Hello. All right. Got the audio book to tackle today. Although not much to tackle. It's just an audio book. We'll be sitting here listening to it when it But I am curious after the story yesterday into sleeping on the changes we've seen in the story, although it does feel like they are trying to re-baseline the game in a way. Clearly there is something going on where those are just trying to fix a lot of things and adjust a lot of other things. So we'll go over more of that today. So hi there, hello. Let me double check, make sure everything is up and running and good to go. That looks fine right there. And that looks fine over there. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna fart around for a little bit. I got that one more tier 6 delve to do, I guess. Although I don't know, what's the next? This is week 2 of 3. It's just another week of getting another void core, so it actually doesn't really matter. I forgot about what this quest whole point was, but I also never did it, clearly. So, yeah. Let me double check my mouse sensitivity. It is not on. Okie dokie. I have been having some weird ghost mouse issues. I don't know if you can see it on stream. No, you cannot. Nope. If I tab out of the game and then I am sitting here in the game, I actually have 2 icons for my mouse, and the top one, I guess you could say, is like really bright. The gamma is super bright. And then if I move my mouse around, the mouse underneath it is always catching up. It's always like you can see the frames of the mouse. You can't see it again on your end. It's interesting. So I don't know what's doing that, but then I click into the WoW and the high gamma mouse goes away, and now I've got this slightly laggy mouse. I don't know if anyone else had this issue, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna fly over here and do a nightmare hunt, I guess, real quick. There are some nightmare hunt targets that I've never gone after, so I'm just doing a custom one just to kill some time for the first hour or so before we actually get stuck in with the audiobook. Although the audiobook's only maybe 20-ish minutes long in total. There's 3 parts of it, and it's not gonna take up too much time. So for a 4-ish hour stream today, maybe 3.5, it will not take up a huge portion of that time. So all right, let's get this nightmare hunt going, I suppose. All right. R4. Hello, hello, hello. Where is the... There we go. Oh, this is a chase? Okay. Oh, they are. Gotta chase this silly gnome. Gnome is being chased. Splop. Splop. I'm going too fast. Splop.
Such wonderful terror.
Sure. Whatever you say, dude. It's a strange system. I wonder what the payoff for the prey system story is going to be. I do not know what that is going to pan out to eventually be, if anything. It's supposed to be an ulterior food source. Not food source. This is a food source. Mana source. The whole point of what they were doing. Oh, yes, I love butchering the salt leaf boar and leaving all the meat just sitting right there on the dirt floor. Delicious. Let's jump on this kelp. Squeeze these eels. Oh. Oh, I don't have the other totem right now in this spec. I gotta double check too today. I don't know if I've done the solo of the not the Delve Nemesis boss or whatever. Oh, good. Is there a critter nearby? Right there, monk. I've got to check to see I've done that. It will not be difficult. That's for damn sure. It will not be. It's Torundo. Hey, that's the guy that we're gonna. That's in the short story. Torundo the Grizzled. Is that what his name is? He's in the short story we're gonna listen to today. Oh, both effects at the same time, huh? Okay. Very well. Yeah, it's like 3 world quests now in your hunt procs. When the hunt system started, beginning of midnight, it was definitely way slower. You had to do so much just random crap. Although then people figured out to just spam loot the hunter traps, the traps that are down, which I guess you can also pick up. I have 5 of them. And then they nerfed that. Because of course everyone did that. Yeah, Torundo. Yeah, this is the guy that we're going to learn about 2 more today. Although it's in the art and on the cover of the short story. The short story has a bunch of illustrations with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different illustrations that go alongside it. And then of course there's the thumbnail, but thumbnail's not going to say too much. Yeah, should be pretty much done with the hunt progress when this world quest finishes, I think. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We are running. And it's been a bit of a day today. Tomorrow's stream for the patch should not be as late, considering there is server maintenance tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to be. It is flagged to be done at 6 p.m. my time. So we'll see if it gets shortened or extended. Have to adjust accordingly, of course, but Oh, okay. I guess if you click on one of them near the other anguish blob, it removes both of them. Didn't know that. Haven't necessarily done hunts in a while.
You saved me a lot of work and even more bug bites.
And even more bug bites.
Oh, how close they are now. Can you taste the fear? I can. And it is exquisite.
That boy just whispered something sweet in my ear right there. Did you hear that? Good grief. Also, I'm so like pinkish purple because of the games. Because of the skyline right now. The sun do be setting. Very soon, indeed. Oh yeah, check and see if I have any more jewel crafting knowledge to earn. I am definitely behind. Trying to get the ability to craft a few different things to help with raid prep, and I cannot do it. Consider this your final peer review. All right. And even the hardest prey mobs are really nothing at this point. And it's still wild how it's 25 hero crests. Crazy.
Metal is no match for magic.
How many crests am I at? What's the gold conversion gonna be like tomorrow? Considering I have almost 9,000 crests in total right now. Well, earned that many. I don't have that many in my inventory, but so what we have 1,600. That's a whole lot. That is a whole lot. Are you playing the pronoun game with me right now, R4? What's with the bleh, but then nothing else? What the? We got just a GG in guild chat, and that's it. I need this menu. It's so weird that to get these quests done, you have to do even all of them in normal, which seems insane that you don't get credit for at Nightmare. It just backwards credits you, but it doesn't. Phase Blade Talasha.
Anguish still lingers on you.
Phase Blade Talasha. Let's go to Voidstorm. Nightmare.
The Sunwell will soon be obsolete. Pure Alarar, Koresh produced some of the deadliest predators in the cosmos. This is one of them.
No, it's not a pronoun, but it's just saying something that beggars a response to ask what you mean when you said a thing that didn't have much context. Oh, I mean, dude, yeah, I feel you. I was driving today for probably in the car for a little over an hour. Just driving, so. And driving is weird. It's a mental strain because obviously you have to be alert to not get turned into car wrecked human meat. But yeah, just a lot of driving today, and then a lot of talking, and then a lot of driving again. So yeah, I feel you, man. Definitely a bit of a long day. You don't need to do the normal. The patch gives credit for all lower tiers. Oh, the patch tomorrow will. Oh, that is a system that I felt like should have been in from the beginning, but I guess better late than never, right? Because I'm got the vibe that like the praise system rewards are gonna update, but not the not the actual dudes you're going after, I'd assume. I have a quest turn in right here. A secondary strike. Weird. I don't know why I have this quest procced for some reason. Well, if I just go into Vol real quick, I don't know why that it showed up on my. Nope. I mean, she's right there.
I didn't seek this life. Anything to report?
Oh. So I don't know why I have a second strike in my inventory now. It's weird. Oh well. It's getting new stuff, new rare enemy that pops up during hunts for extra stuff to do and new enemies. Oh, so there will be more. Although I don't know why I don't know. Maybe it's not that difficult for them to make. But the praise system is fine. It is another layer of do stuff while you're doing stuff in the world. It's fine. And it really is like a solo content thing for people that maybe don't get into Mythic Plus or into raiding, for example. But there are so many hunt targets for the prey system. There are just like dozens and dozens of them, but they all do like the exact same thing. They really aren't any different from each other. They are really just, they're not like super unique or anything. They're just reskins of the same characters pretty much. But yes, these are all the hunt targets. But they're all like, they all just stand there and cast the thing you interrupt basically, and that's it really. Yeah, they're not super involved. I guess there's just so many of them just to make it so it feels like it's they're not going after the same 5 mobs each time, which there's merit in that, but that is really all it is. It's not a super expansive system where every single mob has a very, you know, Liam Neeson unique set of skills they have to deal with differently. They are very similar. So new rare enemies. Is that to give some replayability to Nightmare Hunts, to give a little bit extra sauce, a little extra juice for the squeeze if you do it and get, I assume you just get more of the same stuff like crests and whatever. I haven't really looked at all the different systems that are being patched tomorrow. just because I do like to have a little bit of surprise on patch day. And I understand the basics of what's going on and what I should focus on tomorrow, but I am not inundated with this is changing and that's changing and this is new and that's new and this is new and that's new and this is new. Do the story, go to the new area, do stuff in the new area, and then do things you've already done before that are a little bit different than you started with them in Midnight when they came out. You know, like delves and nightmare hunts and stuff of that nature. It's like you're playing an MMO. Although there's arguably more things to do in the current version of the game than there have been ever, maybe? Especially if you're doing housing madness. There's a oppressive amount of stuff to unlock for housing, if you're doing housing. Which I am not really doing that much housing. Really enough because of how overwhelming it feels. I'm not super big into that part of the cosmetic side of the game. Like I like, you know, different cosmetic sets for my character, you know, within reason, but I also don't I don't really collect mounts or pets, or I do like collecting the toys in the game, primarily ones that turn you into stuff. But I don't log in for a play session of World of Warcraft with the explicit intent to go hunt down, you know, toys in the game. There's a random mount farm attached to it. Happens as a random upgrade to ambushes or something that has some breadcrumb stuff when it happens. Okay, fair enough. Just an extra little layer of the system. It's fine. Do. Yeah, my old delve track and nightmare prey hunt track is all been done for a long time. I don't know if there's anything I should probably go buy or spend those currencies on, and I'm assuming they're both going to reset on Tuesday. At least I imagine they would, with a new season coming out. Making some tea. What kind of tea we making? Earl Grey. Hot. Since I'm out here right now, I should try to remember to do the should try to do the delve boss real quick. Very well. Total time 10 minutes 17 seconds. Gasp. About one world quest that had so many mobs to defeat. Already finished the whole hunt right there. Reload my UI real quick. Strawberry kiwi herbal. interesting. Strawberry kiwi. But like what's, so it's an herbal tea with, I guess, dried strawberry and kiwi in the tea, like mixed in with the tea leaves. Otherwise, you're just having hot, dehydrated strawberry kiwi water.
The enemy amasses. Show them the
You know?
power of the void.
Oh no, not Void Crash. Alright, that's done. The world quest is this? Oh, Life of the Rings. I'm flying. I'm flying like barely through some of these and it's still counting. Should we see where this big void blob takes us if we teleport through it? Sure, why not? Where's this void blob take us? This one just kills us. That's freaking grim. So that one is a death blob. Damn. All right. So which one? This one was right here. The Nexus Point Xenos one just kills you. All right. They're random. Certain ones teleport you to certain areas of the map. Other ones, like that one, apparently just take your HP to 0. Soul Moo Moo. That one just takes your HP all the way to 0. Goodness. Okay, this is Torment's Rise right here. Let's go double check this real quick. I'm pretty sure I've done this. I know I've done it on regular. I don't know if I've done it on question mark question mark. I just never really cared to do it. So let's, I don't know, let's give it a try. Obviously I didn't be I'm not the first 4,000. This was done like within a couple of hours. Okay. You need different stuff because you will not be able to stack Sacred Death. Probably Time Lost Edict just for more cooldown uptime. And then I don't know, I want the dot or do I want the defensive? Probably the defensive. Or just Porcelain Blade Tip maybe. Yeah. That should be fine. Let's get double food buff. Yeah, Amazon links are crazy long. I wish there was a way to like shorten them. Is there not like a share button that makes a link that isn't a paragraph?
One moment.
Because normally they are quite ridiculous with all the tracking data and all that stuff that's in the URL. They are quite long. All right, let's check this out real quick. Let's see if I've done this. How much HP is solo? 16 million? Let's change to single target.
You
All right, I have to get the interrupts because she will not.
Take strength from this. Gather yourself.
I have to always interrupt emptiness of the void, otherwise I think I just die.
I'll take some.
He's just going crazy right now.
Not quick enough. Don't waste it. Stay here and recover.
Ow. Oh, I can't stand in that. It's the cooldown bubble.
Be bold.
Oh, that's annoying.
I'll take that. Your life is mine. Gather yourself.
Uh-oh. Okay. I just died to the poison. That's probably too close to him, but
One moment.
I just died to the poison from the little ads. Let me do quick little taunt totem maybe. I don't think it's actually poison. Double check. I think pretty sure it's a status effect. I don't think it's an actual poison. Right, so it's a loose leaf herbal tea, but then it's just also strawberry kiwi. Interesting.
Your pain, my pleasure.
I guess I gotta burn cooldowns on the little ads. I was looking at something else. Yeah, so it does one shot in this difficulty. Okay.
One moment.
So I need to. I mean, I guess I need cooldowns on all 3 ad waves because I just can't take that many stacks of the poison. I just died. I got 4 or 5 stacks there. I just went. Double check. Oh yeah, see, it's at 0. So I guess yeah, I haven't done question mark. Okay. I haven't actually tried this yet, so this will actually get the achievement before the season changes. It's fine. Yeah, I don't actually know if it is poison, so we should see if it is something I can actually remove.
Don't waste it.
Oh, instantly with the cooldown reduction bubble. Okay. Hey, that's obviously a physical effect. That isn't doing. I can't remove that, obviously. I'm not a dwarf. The double bubble. But of course, he's gonna put goo on me. Oh, really? That's actually really detrimental each time. Just the randomness of where the stuff is going. I can't change where the void stuff goes. Pretty sure it's just random in one of 3 lanes. Cooldown bubble. Saving my cooldowns for the next wave of ads. Yeah, there we go.
I'll start the bleed. Now strike.
I probably shouldn't have popped that there. Whoops.
Stay here and recover.
Do. Let's have cooldowns for the ogre.
Gather yourself. My eyes on
Maybe the cooldown bubble wasn't the play. I keep losing it. Keep losing the ability to actually use the cooldown bubble. I can't melee him. Valera, come on. Why can't I use my trinket? That's weird. Just couldn't use my trinket for some reason. Like the hotkey, like the button wasn't working. That's not great. Oh, complete a delve is part of the cool. Part of the yeah, that wasn't that bad. He was definitely hitting like really hard. He's meleeing me for 500,000 damage per swing between heals. Pretty nuts. Fair enough. Dwarf supremacy. A dwarf could remove the that bleed there. Yeah, so cool. I never really focused too much on doing this kind of stuff, but little things to do at the end of a season is fine. Literally got it on the last day. Damn, ended up doing almost 28 million to Valera's 6. All she was on healing mode, of course. Had to be. Between the boss and all the ads. Yep, just had to move a cooldown. That's okay. And that counts as what? Like a delve 11 or something? Like a max level delve? Wait, tier 13. What? Huh? How? What do I do? It's fly as a tier 13. Is that what ritual site level 6s are? Because delves only go to 11. I have 67 coffer keys. It's such a... It's gonna be so weird. Over the next few weeks, you're gonna be scrounging for coffer keys. You got any more of those coffer keys? And then after you don't really care about delves anymore, you just catapult to like over 100. When you just have a bajillion coffer keys. Rank 6 ritual sites are tier 13 rewards, but they're the same as a rank 11 delve. A little confusing, I suppose. But that's fine. That's fine. Oh, the Omnium. Look at this little piece of art. Where did Peter get this little piece of art? Did he make this? This man makes 3 of the best add-ons for World of Warcraft. Full stop. On God. Look at this little thing. It's in the powers tab now. Because this is still staying, but it's not going to be... It's not as prevalent after the new season starts, so... Okay. Well, I could do this other ritual site. Because I don't know what is this gonna do? Ritual site studies. What does the actual quest line lead to? Because clearly they didn't do it. Oh God. It goes ritual site studies week 1, 2, 3, and then advanced ritual site studies 4, 5, 6? Or is advanced ritual sites, is that in the patch? No. Advanced ritual site studies. Week 1 reinforcements, 2 malevolent boons, 3 embers, 4... Oh, well I have all the stuff unlocked for them. 6 weeks of running ritual sites for 1 void core. Oh, it's 2 void cores, 1 at 3 and 1 at 6. The quest line is just for an achievement and 2 bonus rolls. Gotcha. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing here in the quest line chain. But this is obviously going to change tomorrow because I'm not doing this many more ritual sites. If there were more and had some more variants, maybe they'd be a little more interesting because they're basically solo delves. But the Zulaman one is miserable. It's such a huge area and there's so many mobs. I kind of wish they were more like, maybe there were little puzzles or little jumping things to do, or I don't know, little like world questy puzzle blah blah blah, instead of just like run around and kill mobs for 30 minutes. That's all you do, which is arguably, again, as we talked about this before, that is this game. Wherever you go, you are going into a room, beating up ads till their HP goes to 0, and hopefully yours doesn't. Then you collect loot, move on to the next room, and repeat. But the I don't know, ritual sites are just like too tanky, but also, at least for me, not that difficult, but also really long. I guess you can just beeline them. I did it really long in the day because I was faffing about and doing a whole bunch of other stuff to get a huge score. But I guess you could just run right to the lieutenants and then run right to the end. That counts. Because your score just gives you more of this currency. This stuff, the dark particle. Which, if you don't need it, then... Like, I have all the cosmetics already unlocked. I spent a long time clicking on all the tier 2 recolors. I just had so much of the currencies, I just bought them all. But it is a bit of tedium, just because it takes so long. The tier 11 delve doesn't even take that long, but also you're getting carried by Valera because she's wicked OP. Valera is wicked strong when she's fully leveled up, so. Very strong lady with the daggers. Yep. Yeah, that's a weird achievement then. But I'm assuming it's gonna stay and through to the patch, but the reward just will not have.
The Shadow God's machinations continue in spite of our best.
The reward just won't give you a void core,
operations.
because obviously those are not available for 8 weeks starting tomorrow. Unless you take them as a bonus roll in your vault, so. Which that is maybe I get the rationale, because the only thing you're taking from your vault is going to be, at least for me, is myth track weapons, trinkets, and tier. And if those aren't in the vault, you take the bonus roll, and then you bonus roll heroic raids if you're only raiding heroic, which is what we're gonna do. So maybe trying to even build up a little bit of a surplus, because you're going to want to bonus roll the heroic end boss, Ulatek, to get the cantrip items like the necklace or a cantrip piece that you can change into your tier, which will then also have a cantrip on it for the rest of the patch, which that is cool. But I do also even wonder if, like, the first few weeks you I don't know if people are going to only be taking the bonus rolls and passing up like myth trinkets once Mythic Plus comes out, or myth weapons. That seems silly, because then you could go coin something that week instead of taking anything out of your vault and get, you'll eventually get everything you want because it's a knockout list. But I wonder if your knockout list is better served for when you can just get one a week on top of, which technically means 2 a week. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting system. I know the feel of it is supposed to be like a real good pity system, but it also is this weird reward versus risk because of the raid loot changes, where you always get like heroic from normal and myth from heroic, and then you get the crazy 9 of 6 from myth. But no one's also gonna get 9 of 6 gear for a while. Some of the world firsters, when they have the tier cleared in 2 weeks, sure, maybe. But by that point, they've already cleared the tier. They don't need the gear anymore anyway. Gear only matters when you're progressing. Although all those people will then start trying to do crazy Mythic Plus key stuff, so they want the highest level they can get anyway. I wonder what the highest keys that will get done this season will be like 2 or 3 months from now, because of all the cantrip gear, the 9 of 6 myth gear on certain players. Like, how high will we go with keys? Definitely a few more than this past season, just because of math and power scaling, because it's just natural with how this game is very numbers focused. Okay. Okay. All right. With the audiobooks all pulled up, we can start that soon. Start that in just a moment.
What needs bring you here? Rest well.
Do, 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 do. Q, if you're still here, I don't know if you saw when I was posting about the issue I'm having with my mouse in World of Warcraft. I don't know if you've heard of this issue with anyone else, or I feel like I've done a lot to try to circumnavigate the reason why this all of a sudden started happening, and it's still not resolved.
The Sunwell will soon be obsolete.
I don't know if it feels like it's a WoW thing, like a recent WoW update did this. And it's not a graphics driver or mouse firmware or anything. Well, I typed about it. You can't see it on your end because WoW's being captured. But I don't know. I have Ghost Mouse. So if I tab out of the game, I click on my other desktop and hover back over World of Warcraft, right? I have 2 mice, 2 of the mouse hands, the WoW mouse hands. One is underneath the other. The one on top is a higher gamma version of the mouse, but it feels totally smooth. It's hardware mouse, like it totally feels like it's exactly where I'm putting it, and it's exactly the DPI and everything. The moment I click into World of Warcraft, the high gamma mouse goes away, and all I have is the mouse in game, and it feels like I'm running on software mouse in the game. I do not have mouse sensitivity enabled in in the game. It's unchecked. But it feels like I have like digital mouse sensitivity all of a sudden. And it always kind of feels like a couple of frames behind where I'm putting it. And if I open menus, like my trade skill menu, you see how it lags? It's only for a couple of frames how it hitches. That happens with any menu I open now. It just, the mouse just stops for, I don't know, 2 frames. And then catches back up again. This only started happening with this patch cycle. So 1207, like, what was that, a month and a half ago or something? Only started happening with that patch. And every other game is fine. No other game I experienced this weird mouse-ness with. Is your CVAR for hardware mouse at 1? Double check. What? Oh, I'm typing in the wrong thing. Mouse. Yeah, hardware cursor is well, its default value is true, but it says default value should be 1. If disabled, draws a software cursor. Right. So it's true, but it's red. And not 1. What does that mean? So I just manually change it to 1? Change it to 1? Yeah. Oh. We can try. What's true mean? Oh, okay. Now this goes back to the other problem. Okay. Yep. I don't know why. I don't know why you don't see it. That's so weird. Okay. All right. It feels like a hardware mouse now, as you might expect. But now, to me, my mouse is the high gamma mouse that I was talking about earlier. You don't see it because of the game capture, but the mouse hand is super bright. It's incredibly bright. I don't know if I can take a screenshot of it. No, because my mouse goes away. Can I print screen and put that in paint? See, because I remember turning that off. Maybe I did something to make it go to that true state. No, screenshot doesn't even capture my mouse. It's just gone in the screenshot. Don't save. So yeah, now I have very bright mouse, which isn't terrible, but it's super bright. It's probably 50% brighter than what you're seeing on the screen right now. So it's almost kind of like a little much. So yeah, I don't know what that is. What is making my mouse super bright? Clear your cache. Could try that. Yep, other than troubleshoot. Sometimes whenever a new WoW patch comes out, yeah, clearing your cache can be good. Just dunk the whole thing. I remember doing the cache clearing back in older versions of World of Warcraft. That was always a solution to things. I'm not gonna do it right now, obviously. Where is that? Is that in the retail, the regular retail folder? Yeah, because not the e-cache in the data folder, but the retail cache, right? And is it all of it? Because now the cache folders have different sub things. There's also the GPU cache. Which cache we talking? Cache. Because in the cache folder, there's the ADB, the avatar folder, the title icons, the URL textures, and the WDB. Oh, do the rename. Yeah, rename it to cache old, and then when you reboot the game, it'll recreate it. Yeah. Because also now there's the e-cache, but those are all IDX files. I don't know what the hell that is. That's also like next to like the WoW beta and classic era games in the data folder. Yeah, start with the WoW cache. Well, right, the retail one, right? Oh, I'm not doing it right now. This will be one more thing I'll try later. Yeah. I can deal with the super bright mouse. It's just... Yeah. In retail, yeah. Then there's just the regular cache folder, yeah. This stuff has got stuff in it from 2019. So, yeah. Something in there could be messing it up. That's very possible. Because all it does is just adds the new shit to that folder whenever you do a new update. Yeah. I won't touch that one. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'll just leave it up. I'll leave that up and I'll do that later. I'll just do the rename just in case something, you know, goes wiki-walkie, but it usually doesn't, yeah. So now I've just got super bright mouse. Like awkwardly bright. But when I tab out now, I do not have the double mouse. So something was weird there. Also, can we talk about how you need an add-on to get this browser? I've been used to using this add-on for a long time and being able to actually go in and do this kind of stuff. But what if you're a player that gets errors and you don't have access to a lot of this stuff anymore? Even these settings aren't in the game anymore. Like, this stuff isn't in the game anymore. Like, the camera distance stuff is weird. I don't know. I've had advanced interface options installed for eons. Could be an effect of Windows Auto HDR. I don't even know if maybe? It could be. But that's the thing. I thought it was a GPU driver problem. So I rolled back my drivers 2 versions to the May version of my graphics drivers. Because I wanted to check that. That was before this WoW patch came out. I can't obviously roll back the WoW patch. So it was still happening. So then my process of elimination, obviously we're at, is that it's, it could have been a WoW patch, something that changed how the game works. Yeah. Because I know this is new. If you look in your options and your graphics, this is new. This just came out. This optional GPU features thing. This turns on a bunch of stuff, and turning it off, you basically go back to like DLSS, like, I don't know, 3, because it turns off a lot of functionality. Even though I hope I never play any video games with DLSS 5, because that shit's disgusting. Yeah, Q. It's working fine on my machine. That's what it looks like. That's actually a picture of him. Yeah, very true. But yeah, it'll turn off your anti-aliasing stuff and all your different modes of anti-aliasing and everything else when you turn that off now. So, like, this is this optional GPU, which it just turns on automatically. Like, you can't turn on ray tracing. Yeah. This is new. So I was looking up some threads about this change definitely is causing some issues. But I have a 4070 Ti. So, like, I have a new card. And it's probably the last graphics card I'll ever own. Am I right? Who's ever buying a graphics card again in our current PC parts climate, huh? I'll be gaming on this 4070 Ti until it literally melts. I'm glad I bought it when I did. Shout out to Mia for helping me get PC upgrades like 3 years ago, before all this shit started hitting the fucking fan, dude. It's wild. Can I go back and look at my 4070 Ti? And I was like, yeah, it's fairly priced. Look at that price now. It's like 5 months of car payments. It's so sad, man. If AMD would ever make high-end GPUs, you'd buy another one. Well, yeah, you gotta pay $2,500 for it. What's What's a 4070 Ti right now? I like how I typed in to do a Newegg search and it gave me fucking Amazon. Get out of here. The first 4070 Ti that pops up is $1,100. 1100, 1033, 1300, refurbished for 900, used 830. I think I bought this car for like maybe 500 bucks, which was expensive because they're like a big deal. Graphics card's a big deal, but yeah, they're more than double. Newegg prices are always higher than others. Well, I just went to it because they have lots of different variation. Yeah. Got some gotcha looking art on these graphics cards for 1,500 bucks. Who wants gotcha gooner art on their graphics card that it's the art is facing whatever? You're not gonna fucking see it unless you have an open air PC. Yikes. Oh, yikes. That's so funny. I probably should go check the box to like one-to-one match like what I bought. Yeah, crazy. Glass side panels with vertical GPUs. You could, yeah. Yeah, vertical GPU stuff. Yep. Yep. Yeah. It's actually insane how in 3 years the same graphics card that I bought is doubled in price. On average-ish. And Newegg has a whole bunch of like AI prompts on their website now. They don't make your GPU anymore? Yeah, true, fair. Disable NVIDIA smooth motion. What is you found here? Sorry, we're taking a quick little tech break to get Q to learn and research things. Is it like in my NVIDIA control panel? I assume. Where would I find where Hacker Manning? Well, if I can help figure out an issue and a solution, and then anyone can then take that somewhere else if anyone else has this issue. NVIDIA app system. Video performance. I am so glad I bought this card when I got it, man. This is gonna last me a long time. Rig? No. Advanced? I guess that where is that? I don't know. Oh, sorry. So the NVIDIA desktop app or the NVIDIA control panel? Program settings. Driver settings. I think you're in the control panel, maybe? There's two different things. Smooth motion. There's also pros and cons too. Because I bought an NVIDIA card because 3 years ago or so when I got this upgrade, the weird side of NVIDIA did not show its ugly self yet. And then about a year plus after I bought it, that's when they were like, AI, and now we have DLSS 5, and it looks like fucking garbage. And they were like, oh no. Oh no. It's 40 and 50 series exclusive setting. Interesting. Driver settings. Well, yeah, there's the DLSS 5 like AI assistant mode or whatever, and they showed those side by sides or those, you know, the Star Wars transition video game footage, And yeah, it looks like crap. Never want to turn that on ever. No. Yeah. Well, frame gen is one thing, R4. Yeah, like going as far as I went. So I'm still not seeing the program settings, driver settings, smooth motion. I don't have that. I guess I don't know where that is in this app. This app is not that involved, so I don't know if it's on this one or something else. Oh wait, it's in WoW program settings? What?
Perseverance, strength.
Oh, like in the So like in the graphic settings for World of Warcraft? Oh, smooth motion enables hardware accelerated GPU scheduling for Windows display settings. To use this feature, uses AI to deliver smoother gameplay by inferring an additional frame between two rendered frames. Turning on smooth motion for games that don't support DLSS. Well, currently I have it as global off. I can't actually even like click the button. It's global off. Global settings, smooth motion off. It's actually grayed out for me. So it's off. Very off. Yeah, smooth motion, status, column off, and it's grayed out off. Yep. Even in WoW's own page. Well, it's global off. So on the WoW page, it says global off. Yeah. Yeah, global off. We'll just try the cache stuff. We'll try the cache stuff, and then we'll report back. I would try and be helpful. I don't have an NVIDIA GPU anymore. I mean, dude, 3 years ago, I was like, this should be fine. Now, like 3-ish years later, I'm like, I wish I bought something else, but I can't buy anything now. Because to buy a card that's this powerful, like, that's not NVIDIA, obviously, would still be like over $1,000. Yeah, crazy, crazy. Yeah, so it's turned off, global off. I can't even turn it on if I wanted to, which is good. I don't want to turn it on anyway. Okay. Perfect. That's something else. I don't know that was even a thing. Yeah. Okay. So that's off. So we'll see if the cache, again, because some of the cache files in the WoW folder are there from 2019. So dunking them and letting the game, you know, repair and fix and add the current ones. Maybe there's just some crap, you know. There could just be some crap in the files. That's okay. Turning off automatically manage color for apps. Oh, that was one of the things. I may have already done that. We're gonna go pop a squat up here. Oh yeah, see, because yeah, my mouse is super bright when I go to hover over other icons too. Just gonna find a cool little spot to sit for the audiobook. Yeah, automatically manage color for apps. Yeah, that's in display settings, right? Yeah. I think I looked that up already. Find a setting. Interesting. Okay. We'll try that. I'm going to turn off. Hello? What? There we go. Turn that off. Turn this off. Get the Dawnwell in the background there. I am still Windows 10, yes. I recently seemed to have solved a lot of your issues with your AMD GPU by updating to the latest Windows 11 version, lol. And it pinned on a 1+ year old version for a while. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I even bought a new NVMe drive to mount a new drive when I moved to Windows 11. The thing that holds me back from doing that mostly is that I have to redo all of my stream audio and video settings. I'm gonna save as many profiles as I can, take as many screenshots as I can, but that stuff takes a lot of extra kafutzen to get all that stuff working again, routing all my audio and everything again too. So I just dread doing that all and sitting down and getting it all sorted again, because I'll have to. That's what's holding me back from moving to Windows 11. I've heard and been told from you guys that there's a lot of benefits on the platform with the new operating system, like how stuff just works a little better and whatnot. But yeah, I don't want to. I'm just dreading like the multiple days of downtime to test, retest, double check. Yeah, it could be really simple. It could also be a pain in the ass. But I'm doing it on a brand new hard drive, so in case anything goes bad, I'll just flip the hard drives back and reboot to this hard drive. So I'll at least have another year plus, because they have until what, fall 2027 now. Yeah, but like my GoXLR, the company that took over GoXLR did say that it's still Windows 11 compatible. They put out a driver update for it. It should still work. Of course, all the Elgato stuff will be fine. But yeah, the thing I was most worried about was the GoXLR and my audio. But we'll get there. Maybe this fall I'll do it, because it was supposed to be the end of this year was end of service, and then they gave it another year, probably because they realized how many of their customers, how many millions of people are still on Windows 10 and have not hit the upgrade button. So yeah, Windows 10 doing good stuff. Okay, there is some additional visuals for this, but but you doubt the last part? Wait, really? Okay. Let's get this going. So there is some additional art for this. Not sure like in what context. So on Blizzard's website, there is this entire page that does have the audiobook. Each part is only like 6 minutes long. It's not very long. It's broken up into 3 chunks, and then there's a bunch of extra art. So you might refer back to these, but there's Lorthamar's punching our troll buddy that we're about to, Zenduru or whatever his name is, the guy we just got heard, you know, when we were doing the world quests. So, but this, I guess this story piece is happening sort of at the same time. Not sure what the context here will be, because then all of a sudden everything's on fire. Uh-oh. So we'll see what that's all about, I guess. There's the same thing in a troll village, and then also on fire. So we'll see what that's all about here in a little bit. The after yesterday's stream, when I was first sort of like, yeah, that was pretty good. I don't have a huge issue with the way that the story is changing. I don't really have a problem with the re-baselining of the lore. It is just a bit of whiplash, though. It is quite a it's a really quick change that like Chris Metzen clearly came on when they were waist deep in or within, and there is a clip from a podcast that Bobby Kotick was on, and he's a horrifically greedy man. We know all the trials and tribulations of Bobby Kotick for the years and years that he plagued this whole ecosystem. Whatever he's doing now, who cares? But in that podcast, Bobby Kotick said that he had talked to Chris Metzen when he had came back and just like did a tour, you know, check things out, you know, visiting. And the next chunk of WoW story was not good in Chris's eyes. And Chris Metzen is one of the founding fathers of the entire story. So he said it was not good. So then Bobby's reaction was just to, well, just come back. You're the man to do it, so just come back. So I don't know if that was part of it. I don't know what kind of deal that he cut, how much money Chris Metzen is getting to return after his multiple year hiatus away from Blizzard. But clearly, whatever they're trying to do with this story and right the ship or re-baseline something. We were talking a lot about yesterday about like the whole perspective of the story and trying to figure out like, okay, well, what's real? Is this the real part of the story? Is that the real part of the story? Is this perspective, like, do we take that one? Do we go with what we know as players? Do we go with the Chronicle stuff? Like, there's all these different mixed bags of story stuff. And then we had to have a blue post come out that had to clarify the in-game stuff we saw yesterday, the whole Revelations thing with Elder Hagar and the elves, trolls having a shared lineage all the way back to the Heronir, which there's a lot of angry posts on Reddit. I did a bunch of reading on the forums, and Platinum WoW actually made a video, and his comment section is just quite vitriolic about the story, and it's just really like Mary Sue milquetoast re-baselining stuff, like, and people are clearly a part of the community that may or may not care and may or may not be doing it for just rage, don't like what's happening. And the story is unsalvageable, some comments say, and they say that it's awful, blah blah blah. And I feel like they're trying, because as Chris, it goes back to Platinum WoW's video, shows Chris Metzen when he was talking at BlizzCon in 2023 when he came back, that they're trying to set up World of Warcraft for the next 20 years, because they've had 20 years. They're trying to go for the next 20, which, you know, we'll see. If I'm still playing World of Warcraft in my 60s, then we're gonna have what the fuck? Maybe we'll be all VR by then. But Chris really seemed that when he came back as the creative director, or what is his real full title? I kept saying he was like story and franchise, but I don't think that is what it is. I think it is, what is his actual title now? Oh, he is executive creative director. Executive creative director. Started at the end of September, or in September 2023. So, yeah, he came back as a creative advisor December 2022, and then not even a year later was made executive creative director of Warcraft in 2023. So, but by that point they already were in War Within, and I think we were on the Goblin patch or something. So a big part of how the story is going is that they're under his guidance now, we're seeing a little bit more of what this. So this is all under him. People are mad about this whole Revelations thing and the whole elf troll lore, but this is clearly a plan to try to nail down some unknowns that we haven't known about. And even in Platinum WoW's video, it's a little memey, but he does a lot of lore videos and has been doing lore videos and lore wrap-ups and you know, video essays on World of Warcraft story for fucking 10 years or whatever, or more. It makes a good point that so many stories in this game are like, this happens because, and then what happens afterwards? Game's big, lots of stories. Not all of them like go to a fulfilling conclusion and end. They just kind of like stop. So it feels like this trilogy, well, outside of the goblin stuff last time, but I guess part of that is also helpful. So we'll see. This is a big ranty point to like, I'm not like, you know, doe eyes for the way the story is going, but I'm also I don't hate it. It's just kind of like simple fantasy stories. It's not like it's terrible. It's just kind of like okay. But if they're trying to right the ship and in a way correct like the Steven Denuser era of WoW and the Alex Afrasiabi Steve Denuser wombo combo 3 expansions in a row of what the fuck are we doing? That's Battle for Azeroth into Shadowlands. There's a lot of things to try to fix, and I guess they're trying to do that now. So let's see. The elf troll thing feels like an affirmation of the Chronicle story to a point, yeah, but it's not. It's still retcons. There's still retcons happening, but it's also that it's a perspective thing. That whole thing from the Heronir is a perspective thing because we had to have a blue post from a dev confirm it that it's not like on God the truth, right? So it's still just another take on a thing, right? World of Warcraft has a problem with like very definitive concrete things. So please fix the destruction of one of my favorite characters. Which one? There's a lot of characters that had destruction. So let's see what this short story written by Robert Brooks. It'll open here and give you the whole thing if you haven't listened to it. It's about 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes. It's not long. And we'll see what it's all told. It's all read by the voice actors. So, Sylvanas. We'll see. So yeah, this is all a big ramble to see if we if this is also more of this sort of like what people are saying, this like Mary Sue blah blah blah, or if this is just more. The problem is if this little short story by Robert Brooks is good, but it's not in the game, it's tertiary media, which World of Warcraft has lots of tertiary media, comic books, hardcover books, short stories, audio books. Like they have a lot of stuff that isn't in the game because there's just more story to be told. But that's the issue. If this short story is good and isn't in the game anywhere, that's also frustrating. So let's start part 1.
Welcome. My name is Gideon Emery, and I voice Lorthamar in World of Warcraft Midnight.
My name's Keston John, and I voice Tarundo the Grizzled. Today we'll be reading The Bitter Truth.
Let us begin. Part 1. To the Brim. Oh, Liadrin. I hope you've amused yourself today. An invitation to meet you for a drink, and you send an Amani general in your stead. I suppose that's one way to arrange diplomatic talks. Oh yes, Guardian. Keep up the excellent work. Shorel Aran.
Ah, no. The Regent Lord in the flesh. Ah, this can't be a coincidence. Have I been deceived again by one of your people?
The both of us. Outmaneuvered and ambushed. by a paladin, no less. How embarrassing for us both. Lady Liadrin promised you a drink after the summit, too.
She promised diplomacy. What she brought was this gourd. But we had no cups to drink it, so she said she would find some. And here you are. 2 cups, not 3. So she won't be joining us.
Why would she? She accomplished her mission. Bloodshed is forbidden on Haranir soil. So, now an Amani and a Sindorai must speak without violence. What exactly are we supposed to be drinking? That gourd does not look terribly, clean.
No idea. Allow me. Go. Whatever it is not meant for living creatures. Let's try it.
Of course.
A toast to being deceived.
And to surviving the consequences. That must be an acquired taste. Quite bitter.
Like licking a rotten pine cone. My name's Tarundo, War Advisor to Chieftain Zuljara. You, I already know. Lorthamar Theron, Regent Lord, shining leader of the Bejeweled Brigade. Ha.
Charmed. But I feel we've met before today. Under less happy circumstances, no doubt.
Ha. Your paladin friend. How much of this swill did she think we would need to become friends?
Friendship between Quel'Thalas and Zulaman. How optimistic. You know what your people did to her parents, I trust.
A brutal day. To forgive moments like that. Impressive. I admire her. So does Zuljara. So rare to meet someone of your kind who doesn't lie with every breath. With today as the exception.
She is indeed a better person than I.
Then let us drink to better people than you, and everything we admire about them.
Sinu Amanore. Perhaps she expects an empty gourd by midnight and a bargain of mutual aid struck by sunrise.
Yes. The grand reveal from the Haranir. One people, one ancestry. Elf and troll alike. We are brothers and sisters. How silly our little squabbles all the rest. Pah. But that's rude of me. Hagar made a very good speech.
She did, though Zul'Jin didn't seem to think so. Will he come back from his tantrum, or will his childishness cost more Amani lives?
Well,
You'll see. He doesn't bury his anger and deny it as cowards do.
Well, I suppose dignified behavior looks cowardly to those without it.
Agreed. Here, let me fill your cup again. I have always admired one thing about you people. The endless ability to lie to yourselves. The blood all washed from your hands, the dirt scraped from your fingernails, the street swept fresh before you head off to your banquets and functions. Bunch of clean people standing around pretending they were never dirty, calling themselves dignified. Flimsy masks, and so difficult to wear.
Oh, you sound envious. Tell me, will it trouble you when Zul'Jara has you commit some new atrocity? She must have learned well from her grandfather. It's been too long since I've seen Amani raiding parties pose dead innocents in creative ways. Perhaps she will turn to the old familiar style, summoning some ancient problem that my people must lay to rest once again. Or perhaps she will find a new approach to teach me her perspective on dignity. I am finding a taste for this brew.
I remember a particular atrocity well. Captured a knot of magisters and some high-ranking rangers. The chieftain back then always wanted to personally attend to important Quel'Dorei, to repay the hospitality done to him. He held quite a grudge. They lost arm, they lost eye. Some would call such treatment undignified.
You were there. When my comrades were butchered. When Zul'jin painted himself with my blood.
You were right, Regent Lord. We have met before. And on we go. Goodbye for now.
Okay. Man, it's definitely something. You can really hear. Oh, I got AFK'd. That was only 5 minutes. You can really hear the artistry in a author that can write dialogue, but then also in voice actors. I don't know if they were recording in the booth at the same time. The weird thing about a lot of voice acting in media is that when recording voice acting, every part is separate. So when you're in the booth recording, sometimes if you're recording in a different pattern where you have someone to feed their lines through your headset, so you can actually react to lines. Otherwise, you are just voice acting with no one. You're being just told by your voice acting director, the director that's going through that process with you, that's giving you your notes, giving you your not your lines because you have your script in front of you, but going through and giving you your emotional beats, like what your reaction's supposed to be, this kind of stuff, giving you those through lines. But yeah, so I'm not sure if these two gentlemen were actually like in the booth across from each other, reading this short story back and forth, so they could actually have reactions to themselves, but that gives them different vocal reactions. And man, the good audiobook, it's surprising that's like that. Like the music, the background music was maybe too loud at points during that first part. But I always love when a good audiobook has like that extra sweetener, which is the ambience, the background noise, the din of rooms. No one actually drinks by sucking air with every drink. That's totally a Foley effect to help sell someone drinking. Because when you're actually drinking, your two noises you make as a human is to like make the gulp sound, which is like usually forced and usually tied to like drinking copious amounts of alcohol, like if you're drinking like a beer or something like that. But like taking a sip of something is definitely a little embellished, but I do always really appreciate the levels that they get, like to make the characters feel like they're actually there. You know, the mug hits on the table, all that stuff is post-production Foley that has to be sort of made and scripted based on the characters' actions, just dialogue. So interesting. Pretty well written though. Dialogue good, but the two voice actors definitely good. I'm not familiar with the guy that's voicing our troll character here compared to Gideon Emery, for example, who I've heard a lot of over the years. So have you ever seen My Cousin Vinny? The WoW story for this saga feels like the first half of My Cousin Vinny, but we never get the comfort. Wait, we never get to comfort the false witness. I don't think I've seen My Cousin Vinny. I know of the film, right? Is it a movie or a TV show? But I have not. Yeah, it's a film from 1992. Old film. Oldish. Yeah, I don't know enough about the movie to just be able to draw a conclusion there from it, so. Right. So is that actually a graphic audiobook where they add in audio and effects like punches and breathing? Interesting. Because these are only titled. Let me see. Yeah, they're not actually saying in the description that they're flagging these as graphic audiobooks. They actually don't even really say audiobook anywhere. An unexpected meeting intended for diplomacy places two longtime foes in a tense, drink-fueled standoff where the polite exchanges mask a long history of bloodshed and blame. As the conversation takes a personal turn, both men are forced to confront the painful truth behind their shared history. Join Lorthamar and Torundo the Grizzled for a special fireside telling of our newest story, The Bitter Truth. Yeah, it's a full, like, short story, clearly, but these three chunks are done in this style. Because I guess, yeah, a full audiobook, like if I were listening to, like, The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings by Andy Serkis, there's none of that sweetening going on. It's just Andy Serkis reading the book and then playing each different character voice, you know, in a way to differentiate character dialogue by changing his voice. Certain audiobooks then will also do what this was doing, where you actually have different people come in. There's an audiobook for Arcane, for example, which is all read by the same person. Read by one of the characters from Arcane, the actor behind Mbessa Medarda, Mel Medarda's mother, and she reads the whole book. So that's true, I guess, yeah. But even in that book, there are some sweeteners, like there'll be door sounds, you know, leather crunching if they're sitting down, you know, a chair getting pushed backwards if they stand up from a table, like those little sweeteners. But they didn't have like a ton of music and action Foley. So I guess there must be just like, there's levels of how that works in an audiobook or an audio novel, like how detailed they go. Because that's just old. That's just, you're right, radio dramas, where radio dramas would be being blasted out back in the day, and they would literally have in the same studio Foley artists with all the different microphones set up near, you know, instruments or, you know, clothing items to make noises or stuff to throw to make noises. That was all done live back in the day. This is many years ago. Obviously now this can be edited and put all together. And yeah, the only complaint I had with that is that there was a lot of background music. The music was really loud, which I feel like that was the one thing that took away from it. But I liked all the extra little layers. So there's definitely there's too much, but then there could be, of course, none, which is what like I guess a traditional audiobook would be. But okay, I mean, that was good, and the dialogue is good, the voice acting is good, because these are very good voice actors, especially, you know, Gideon, who I'm familiar with. So let's see what part 2 brings.
Welcome. My name is Gideon Emery, and I voice Lorthamar in World of Warcraft Midnight.
And my name's Keston John, and I voice Torundo the Grizzled.
I feel like I know
Today we'll be
Keston John
reading
from other
The
things.
Bitter Truth.
Chapter 2. A Toast. Yes, Regent Lord. I was there the day you were captured. Zhou Jin enjoyed himself too much. Let you escape. Cost me brothers that day. But I never hated him for it. Our war had seared his soul to ash long before you crossed his path.
Yes, I remember meeting you
I know who Keston John is now.
Eventually.
on a different day. Decades prior.
Elves have more years than me. Too many decades. And I would have been a child.
Indeed. An Amani boy in Zentamani village, perhaps. So, tell me, before they named you general, before they called you the Grizzled, In which village did you grow up, Torundo? Is something wrong? You look troubled. In which village did you live? Perhaps that's the wrong question. If one was destroyed while you were a child, you would have to find shelter in many villages.
Such a clever elf you are. Yes, I grew up in Zentamani, as did many Amani children, plenty of whom experienced the dignified ways of the High Elves. That does not mean you saw me there.
You specifically? No, I don't remember that. This would have been 60 years ago. What I remember most is what sent us to that village. The bodies decorating the caravans. Civilians. Children. Quite profane, even for the Amani. Had you done it to soldiers, it would have angered us. But to desecrate the common folk? You had our attention. And that of Ranger General Larissa Windrunner. Some in Silvermoon thought her soft on the Amani. All because she believed in proportional responses. The stories of our actions in the following days. It quelled those criticisms for many years. Thankfully, it was easy to track the raiders. Amateurish work. But then, cruelty is rarely employed by the competent. We followed them to what was your village, celebrating their grand victory. There must have been a full wagon of wine in that caravan. We watched them through the night, let them put themselves into a stupor. When sunrise came, we simply walked in. Was this not your village?
It was.
As I said, I don't remember you. I recognize your features, though. Not a child's features. Who in your family was among that raiding party? Your father? A cousin, perhaps?
An uncle.
He had your brow, your frame. Though not your sense of strategy. More's the pity. It was disappointing to capture the whole lot without taking a single wound. They even had a cache of our blades, yet were too drunk to use them. We had to find our satisfaction somewhere. I'm sure you understand.
I certainly do.
Do you remember how we executed them? How we made sure they felt exactly what those in the caravan had felt?
Hard to forget. It was a messy scene. But as you say, cruelty is rarely employed by the competent.
Your village harbored butchers, and had paid the price.
Our blacksmith didn't harbor anybody. He simply cried out when you killed his meat. One of you made it so he never cry out again. And you'll remember the thatched buildings that you set aflame. Not empty.
A terrible thing, war.
I don't remember you either. I was 3, perhaps 4. You look like evil spirits, gleaming, shining blades, moving from one unarmed Amani to the next. You, completely invincible. Us, completely helpless.
Then we did our work well.
Quite well. The survivors fled, ran to Amanizar, and then, when grown, rallied to the banner of a warlord who promised every one of you would pay in blood. And you, in fact, did. As you said, a terrible thing, war.
A war that seems close to ending, finally. Your leader seems especially desperate these days. I never thought your people would be begging my people for aid.
Begging. Chieftain Zuljara never asked for anything. Liadrin offered her help freely, as did others, to fight our mutual enemy. You look unhappy. The Twilight's blade nearly finished the job you never could. All you had to do was watch. Just like we did when the Scourge carved your kingdom in half and told you. And on we go. Goodbye for now.
Damn. I mean, if this doesn't just keep exemplifying how good Gideon Emery is, dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, Keston John has voiced a ton of stuff, but he was also in Arcane, and now I hear it. But yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff that I have definitely seen. I mean, he's in Diablo 4, he's in Borderlands 4, he's in Dragon Age Absolution, the Dragon Age show. So he's in quite a lot of things. Not as much as Gideon Emery, as we clear, but yeah, okay. Once I had to see his behind the voice actor. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. It's this really isn't giving a whole lot more to the overall story. Very clearly, this is definitely now a vignette. I didn't think this was going to be just a vignette, but it clearly is. Yeah, I'm making my only complaint with how this is being shown off is the damn background music. It doesn't need, I feel. Maybe it's my really good headset. I don't know. It's just the mixing. The really loud background music, it feels like is definitely too much. I know like every cutscene in World of Warcraft you've got background music playing, but I feel like from like an audiobook standpoint, it gets in the way of just listening to the story being told. This is also a story that's being told purely in dialogue. The setup, the set dressings for these scenes are not being told in a narrator voice. Each story is being told just by these two characters, just by Lorthamar and by I keep forgetting his damn name. I want to say a different troll name because he's like a new character, Torundo. It feels like it's too loud. It's taking away from just like listening to them just talk through this. So that's my only major complaint about this specifically. I wish that the background music was 50%. So it was like a little in the background, maybe to help heighten like a scene change based on what they're saying. But it's definitely loud. Definitely loud. Yeah. But other than that, the writing is fine. And these two gentlemen are definitely doing a great job of talking through the scene. So let's see how it ends then, I guess. There's 3 parts.
Welcome. My name is Gideon Emery, and I voice Lorthamar in World of Warcraft Midnight.
And my name's Keston John, and I voice Tarundo the Grizzled. Today we'll be reading The Bitter Truth.
Chapter 3, The Dregs.
Guardians, stay your hands. I'm all right.
I apologize deeply for breaking the truce we agreed to. It will not happen again. Not here.
Perhaps it's best that someone else ends our war for us. Neither of us deserves to win it.
Our drinks. Here, allow me.
Don't apologize. Not for something you don't regret.
But I do value civility, even toward my enemies.
There's that endless ability to lie to yourself. You even seem to believe it.
Believe what?
That my village harbored butchers, that the drunken man you executed were savages. Your people truly think your hands are clean, don't you?
So, your village was innocent. Filled with peaceful artisans and farmers and blacksmiths and nothing else? I do hope you can come up with something more convincing than that.
Oh, we had warriors. My uncle among them. And they had burned the caravan. But those tin stories from your leaders, you believed them. You were rangers. I thought you could tell lie from truth.
Good luck convincing me those bodies at the caravan did not exist. That their blood wasn't spilled.
Of course it was real. As was the pile of enchanted elven weapons on their wagons. What civilian caravan carried those? Did you truly never question the story you were told?
There were dead children.
Accompanying fast riders, disguised as civilians. They have an unmistakable fighting method. Why do you think the raiders got so drunk that night? My uncle was honorable. He needed to wash the scene from his mind. They were debating what madness had led your people to take such a risk. What sort of mind thinks of using children as shields?
A certain warlord, from what I understand.
Yes, Zul'jin matched escalation with escalation.
And yet you're proud of joining him.
How can you not understand? Centuries of life beyond mine. Centuries more to go. And you still think either of us should look back on this war with pride? Maybe your ranger general knew about the disguised fast riders. Maybe it was some field leader and we killed him that very day. But since children died, you needed us to be savages. Harder to fight when that vile stench of the day's tragedy was your own fault. Zul'jin loved such conveniences. Every drop of innocent blood spilled lit a fire in the belly of our people. It certainly sent me and others to Windrunner Village. Huh, another massacre. What pride should I take from that? Should I feel shame for it? I never questioned my duties. Like you, I certainly could not have stopped him.
So now you're a general who never had the opportunity to choose for yourself. Interesting. What were you saying about lying to ourselves?
So easy to do, yes. The war is older than either of us. We lived in the hatred of generations past. We wiped out our enemy where we found them as our friends were wiped out in turn. Horrified by it and enjoying it in its season. We died for it. We'll learn to live with it. What else could any of us have done? Does it matter what our war is about today? Territory, or decades-old massacres, or just habit? We're both bound to it. Can't find our way out. We don't want to. I live for this war. Perhaps my time as warrior ends because we make peace. Or because we don't. But I won't live too long regardless. Time is cruel to your people in that way. From birth to death, my war won't last a fraction of yours. Has it felt like forever? How much longer can that dignity last?
Speak the truth. Your old village. Ordinary raiders, not monsters?
How can a child's memory know truth? We had warriors who roamed. If they knowingly massacred innocents, it would have been the first time. That's all I know. Tell Lady Liadrin I am glad she deceived me. This conversation was a true gift. But I must leave. Extinction awaits my people. At the hands of yours or others.
Perhaps it does. I wish you the outcome you deserve.
What a terrible curse. I will grant you one in return. I wish you the forever you think you want.
A terrible curse.
Ah, that went well.
The truth is often a bitter thing to accept.
And on we go. Thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you soon in World of Warcraft Midnight.
It makes me wonder, based on the candor that they have, the back and forth timing, it makes me really wonder if they were just standing in the same booth across from each other reading this out. I don't know. I definitely don't know. The best part of this was this last bit when they both curse each other. That was cool. I mean, it's also a little weird too, because we have one character that's very established and one not very established. She's a new character that just popped up in Zul'Aman. I don't think we ever have had this guy in the game before, but yeah. So it's purely a vignette, and it happens. This happens after Elder Hagar gives the speech. And then I guess this is just like upstairs, because that area has like the whole downstairs area, and this must be upstairs, out of the giant root hole, and they're just up there chit-chatting after. It was cool. Again, my only major feedback is the background music was definitely really loud. I would have liked if it was just barely audible in the background, just like a background, you know, ambient track kind of thing. Because some of that dialogue exchange was really good. It was definitely really good from that perspective. They didn't really do much to the story other than give you more for these characters. But again, these kind of things not being in the game is also tough, because you don't get to soak in the moment in the game and then see how like that would change a room or change the scene. This is purely just on YouTube, or on their website to read. So interesting and curious, and I'm not sure, like, this was good. Wish the background music was not as damn loud. But it is an interesting little window into, even if the elves and the trolls are related, which we've known they are from old lore, how much they're doing the same shit to each other. Just, you know, the whole cycle of violence kind of thing. So I do wonder if they're trying to put an end to this storyline. It just is going to feel a little bit jarring because it's just kind of being done very abruptly, I guess. Because I had this pulled up too. Let's rewatch the whole Truth cinematic from yesterday, because it's like, it was okay, but let me see if I feel the same. Oops, no playback speed change. Because like, it's cool. I like watching these cinematics in game because they're just well animated as well. But I don't know if was it actually like good? Let me see.
You must be Zul'Jan. Welcome to Herinda. It is an honor.
Why have you asked me here?
Mother Hagar has asked many to come. Both trolls and elves.
Lord Thamar, this is Zul'Jan of the Amani.
Like, the animation is just good.
This is
I know who he is.
Bold of the Amani to send the one who raided our forest as their emissary.
Your forest? You're lucky I haven't cut your throat already.
There will be no violence in this place.
Welcome. Many of you have traveled far to be here. Please, come.
Those were good, Mia, yes. I did enjoy those.
Oh, wait, no?
I'm also kind of, after doing the short story and this, it's strange that, I mean, I'm not a Horde player, so the amount of Lorthamar in our story now is a bit new to me, but he is just kind of like a dickhead. You know what I mean? Like, he's just kind of rude, like almost all the time, it feels like. He has reasons to be, which is the point, because he's very old. But that's the, I guess, that's why Liadrin is like a different take, because she is much younger. I guess there's just a different, and we saw the same thing with the other day with, to what Mia's point, with Zakan, Zappy Boy. His perspective was different, and then Queen Talanji, her perspective was different. But yeah, like Lorthamar is just kind of like a dick. Zul'Jin is obviously just becoming this Ponzi scheme bad guy, because he's just gonna hold on to the past, and then he's, you know, the whole fulcrum of how all this shit's gonna go bad tomorrow. So he is an elf, period. But that, not all elves are like that, though. Get a great story in Pandaria and Throne of Thunder. Yeah. So like, I don't know what those stories were, if they were more Horde focused, because I'm not, you know, I'm an Alliance.
You are wondering why you are here. Generations upon generations ago, we Haranir stalked the forests of the world above, until we heard the call of our goddess. Seeking her warmth, some left the forest behind, vanishing deep within the sacred hollows of the world.
Yeah.
But many Haranir remained above.
Like, that's the part of the story that's like, yeah, that's obviously fine. But it's the new split stuff, which we also is a retcon, because the Haranir did not exist until this expansion. I guess technically last expansion. All we had before was the progenitor trolls, dark elves, that kind of stuff, way back in the day. But now this whole story is supposed to be saying that the Haranir are the Neanderthal race of all elves and all trolls, which again is a perspective thing, so probably not even the full truth. This is where people are having issues with this feeling pretty like forced retcon, if it's supposed to be the truth, but it can't even be the full truth because the blue post comes out about it. So,
and over time they changed, splintering apart as millennia passed, giving rise to mighty empires and terrible wars, fought by those who had forgotten they had ever been one people at all. But here we are, together, elves, trolls, and Haranir. We are all the descendants of one lineage. We are, in essence, one people. And now, we can be so once again.
Lies.
oh, Talanji's actually in that shot. I didn't notice that at first. Yeah, Shandy's here and Talanji's here. I was too focused on foreground, because there's the queen and there's Shandy.
Zul'Jin.
Kin to elves. It cannot be. What do you, Haranir, know of my people's history? Our triumphs, our suffering.
I understand this is difficult. If you are willing, I could show you proof. And perhaps a path forward.
Yeah, the cool thing that's always really impressive about these is just the modeling work. Like all the little micro expressions are really cool. They obviously cut this together with like an ink blot thing. Maybe this is made by the same company that made the it's credited in the audiobooks. The company that made like the moving pictures and stuff. But yeah, this I think is the issue. Like there was obviously a race before, but this totally cuts out anything Titan. And that's the thing that we thought was the thing, is that once the Titans came down, that was the stuff that in their meddling, that's what made two different races from one, right? Not this whole, some elves went underground when they heard Azeroth, and then that's when evolution over millennia just changed them because they're just squirrels on different side of the tracks. So, because the Haranir have like nothing in any of their story or any of their quests or anything has come up about any of the Titans. So then how much of that is now, which perspective is correct? The Titan one or the Haranir one, right? Like now there's too many little, we just don't know. As players now, we just still go like, and so what's the story? So how much of that is real and how much of the is not? Yeah. So. Although they built the Sunwell far after all of that, though. I'd have to go back to like to those notes to see like how that. Oh, there's Umbric right here too, and this is not Zakon and not Rokon, the Darkspear. Yeah, Well of Eternity. Well of Eternity. Yeah, what Q said. Don't really mind it. It's just saying we were the same people long ago. Yeah, that's fine, and that's still like true-ish. And I guess that also in this story, leaving out the Titan stuff is because the Haranir that stayed down below wouldn't know of any of the Titan stuff, but they had to have known something because the Titans moved the World Soul at some point. But that's just not even in here at all, because this whole flashback shows, you know, the crazy World Soul blob light, we assume anyway. So. Yeah, they knew about Freya. Okay. Yeah. Is it? Oh, isn't she? Because she's in some of the questing stuff. Yeah, they talked about. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. They were hiding from her. Really? Was that what some of the dialogue was? The Haranir never saw Harandar when Alanhara was still there. Oh, it's in the memory quest. We've already seen the Titans fucking up with memories and history through the earthen. True. Yep, that's true also. Yeah, that's true also. Yeah, even this comment section is pretty maligned. Yeah, there's some pretty upset folks in the comment section here on the Wowhead video. There's over 1,000 comments on it, and they posted this a month ago. So, yeah. Some comments saying, "I'm sorry, Garrosh." Yay, friendship. Yeah. The next expansion, Haranir, is evolved from Tuskars. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some mad. I wouldn't even know if they're fans. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I don't know. I'm tired, boss. Yep. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of negative comments. A lot of negative comments in this section here. So I just wonder how much of this story is they just gotta just push through and just kind of, you know, steer their own ship and hope for the best, and keep on keeping on. And hopefully when we get out of the other side of the last Titan in like 2.5 years from now or whatever it is, 3 years, that the new baseline of sort of WoW's story is maybe better than where it is right now. I know it is also a game, don't worry about it, but like it's just the topic of conversation while you're playing it. Yeah. Over the next, couple of days, we'll play some more of the new patch, but then after that, we're going to get back into the Elden Rings and the Dark Souls and the Bloodborns, where the story matters. There's a lot of it. Are we going to care about it? Are we going to play the game? And I am really curious how I'm going to approach Elden Ring and Dark Souls and Bloodborne again now after I've played all of them and other so many games. I really feel like it's... I mean, I'm gonna try different things and probably die at lower points, but we gotta take on the Tree Sentinel like right from the gate, right? I wonder, but I also wonder if when we get to Elden Ring, if I should play Convergence. These will all be things that you guys can vote on in the Discord or whatnot, because you guys did the last time. But that'll be what we're doing for Thankmas this year. It'll probably be all of October, November, and December. It'll be just Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, stuff like that. Fat roll only for all the games. All right, you. People are never gonna be happy with the story. Garrosh did nothing wrong. I find it funny how people were largely okay with Heronir at the start and speculating there were a missing link between trolls and elves. But now the way the same thing is being told is the issue. Yeah. I remember having Ben in Discord on the PTR flying around talking about and tinfoil hatting and having a lot of discussions about all the different routes and all the different world trees and all that different connective stuff. So yeah, there's definitely some of that. But that also is a thing, though, Q. That is a thing. What a story is can be just as, damned or blessed as how a story is told. So it's definitely a tough balance. And with video games, there's obviously a different level of balance because with this game in particular, there's 25 to 30 years of lore. And the game has changed so much over that time. And then some of the story changes that have happened, I would probably say mostly under Steve Denuser and Alex Afrasiabi, that 6 to 8 years of World of Warcraft is definitely where a lot of people fell off the stagecoach. That's the Warlords of Draenor into Legion, even if Legion had good gameplay, into Battle for Azeroth, into Shadowlands. Like, we went to the creation engine. It's like when you know how the soup is made, is the soup still good? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Like, people like eating spam. Do you want to see spam made in the factory? Would you still like eating spam if you saw how spam was made? So yeah, that's where there's definitely criticism of WoW's story went maybe a little too far. Even if the art in that whole area looked awesome, going to like the fulcrum of all creation within our world understanding and then going like, yeah, we know everything now, and then all of a sudden you just get sucked back to reality. You're like, wait a minute. What about chicken nuggets? People like spam? Dude, millions of people like spam. What? Especially Asian people. Dude, different Asian cultures love them some spam. Freaking Uncle Roger has talked about that shit on many an episode. They love that shit. Hell yeah, man. It is definitely an acquired... I haven't had spam in a long time. It's definitely an acquired meat product. But... have you ever met someone from Hawaii or anywhere in Southeast Asia or Japan even? Talking to me? Yes. What about it? Anything BFA and onwards is Alex, and it's Steve Denuser. Yeah. Oh, you meant for spam. I mean, I could... You want me to... Hang on, let me ask my Chinese friend real quick. That's the only one that I have on, like, air quotes, speed dial. I'll ask him. This boy Chinese, although he is American, but his parents are both Chinese. So we'll see. I'm just asking, what's his take on spam? What's his take on spam? Leave James alone. Let him. What do you mean let him sleep? What do you mean let him sleep? He's 3 hours back. He just only got home from work a little while ago. His new job. But yeah, chicken nuggets would be something. I would not want to see how chicken nuggets are made. Chicken tenders, stuff like that, not that bad. But like chicken nuggets, I mean, it's all just like making a farce. A chicken farce and then smushing it all together and putting breading on it. But I'm curious what he will say. I might play The Division tomorrow. Power through Manhunt. When is this current one done? Because I mean, there's no way that I'm going to do it. I'd be definitely way too far behind. Yeah. Did we do 4 keys this week? Not that it matters. It's 6. 12. Just helping a bud get the rest of their crest they need. Not that this matters. This will be whatever gear tomorrow. Tomorrow is Mast Week opening. So it's probably 3 weeks out. There's a new... So I saw the post. Is there... The new incursion, is that... Yeah, the Broken Raid incursion. That's a new raid, right? That's the first new raid be added to Destiny 2. Destiny 2. Division 2 in how long? Or is the incursion like the special mission, not a raid? I don't remember. Their naming conventions are different. 4-man. Okay, 4-man raids, air quote. 4-man raids. Gotcha. Very tough stuff. I'm telling you, when you guys finish up everything in Destiny, Division is right there. Well, also we'll have Division 3. Well, maybe we won't have it. Division 3 is like 2028, we thinking? It might actually be even further out than that, because they're going to want to have Division 2 Survivor mode percolate for a while, because that doesn't come out until next year. But if we're not getting the Division 2 Survivor mode until 2027, unless they're trying to get it out later this year, they're still going to want to have that give some limelight. But yeah, definitely 2028. Why so long till Survivor? Because it wasn't planned. and they only started working on it like a year plus or so ago. It wasn't like a planned thing, but the game Division 2 got like a huge enough resurgence that they got budget for it, and they rehired back the guy that made Division 1 Survivor. But they announced it, what, end of last year or something like that, or early this year, that they've only been working on it for a little while. But it also sounds like it might be like a full standalone game mode. Yeah. So they have to like make it. Also, yeah, they didn't think Division 2 would last more than 3 or 4 years. Yeah, it may have been 5, like what Harry said. It may have been up to 5, yeah. I say 3 or 4 because they only had like that first DLC plan that was 2 years later, and then they had like the 1 or 2 seasons of stuff going on. Yeah, I don't think they thought the game was going to go that long, but it clearly has enough people playing it. It's crazy that Ubisoft and Massive can keep working on Division 2, which has clearly like way less people than Destiny 2, and Destiny 2 gets shit canned by Sony. Madge. Well, right from the horse's mouth, as you will. Doesn't have it often, but does like it when he has it. Mostly in spam musubis. What is spam musubis? Oh, those are, yeah. Spam musubi is popular snack and lunch food. Granted, these are Hawaiian, I guess, technically. Yeah, they're Hawaiian. That's the rice patty, spam on top, seaweed wrap. So not Chinese specifically. I guess technically, depending on where you go back, I just clicked on the Wikipedia page. Yeah, it's kind of like Japanese onigiri, but it's not. Okay. Or spam and eggs, he says. That's funny. There you go. Why not spam bacon and spam? Whoa, okay, come on. Come on now. Cope, seethe, shit your pants. To be fair, Ubisoft is going to fund anything that is making them money at this point. Well, well, you say that, but where is that money coming from? Because Ubisoft's not doing too well either. I don't think I get the reference. I don't know if I get the reference. Is that? I just looked up a quick quote. It's clearly it's Monty Python, but it's Flying Circus Monty Python, which I'm not very familiar with. Flying Circus Monty Python, if that's where it's from. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with that era of Monty Python. That's funny. Wait. Okinawa developed a similar thing to musubis around the same time. Okay. Yeah. I actually just told him that apparently musubis, if I'm even pronouncing it right, is Hawaiian with Japanese roots, not even Chinese. Who are you? Yeah. Cracked one of the skits in Flying Circus. You grew up watching it. Yeah, I mean, I remember watching some old Monty Python, but I don't think it was Flying Circus era Monty Python, because it was definitely more around the Holy Grail. So that would have been, I guess technically it's still called the Flying Circus, but it's definitely like a decade different. I know I've watched a bunch of clips and from that black and white era. I even found a box set. It was definitely old, for a gift for a collector's item from my brother last Christmas, I think. It's a box set of 3 or 4 VHS tapes of volumes of old school Flying Circus. Now, probably not gonna be able to play them. They're gonna be like a bookcase stuffer, but because who knows how long they've been mistreated or sitting on a dusty store shelf or how many times, whatever. But it was cool to see. It's all original box art, super faded, but it was definitely from, I think, like the late 80s era Flying Circus, because there was it wasn't in black and white. Yeah, that was super cool to find. Found it at some like hole in the wall, totally smells like cigarette smoke, little shop full of old vinyl records and clearly VHS tapes and old comic books and trading cards in Old Town. Just an old little collectible little hole in the wall shop. They're great though, but why does every curator of those shops just smoke 12 Marlboro Reds a day in their store so that all of their product smells like cigarette smoke? Is that as a trope? Do you have to do that to be that person? Do you have to? Maybe you have to be that person? Like 13 seasons of Flying Circus? Oh, there's tons. They did it for like 20 something years, didn't they? How long did Monty Python make the Flying Circus? Probably a while. Long enough for it to go into color. What's the Wikipedia for the Flying Circus say? Well, I guess the original Flying Circus is 4 seasons, 45 episodes. Ran from October 1969 to January 1973. So what came after that they kept doing it? Did they only have Flying Circus as that title for that chunk? That's only roughly 4 years. We're definitely at like end of stream tangents now. But because what happened after? Because they clearly had something else. Was it just called Monty Python afterwards? We had some extra like one-off things, but what happened after Flying Circus? I don't know. There's a lot of information about Monty Python, as you might imagine. There'd be quite a lot to read through, which I'm not gonna do right now. Am I really gonna do this last ritual site, or am I just not? How fast can I do it? What's the speed run strat? How do you do a ritual site quickly? That's what we'll do. How do you do it fast? Because you have to defeat certain enemies. It's like there are 3 lieutenants or whatever. But then aren't there the other... I guess those are just technically rares for score. And then there's the like mini bosses or something, but do you need to defeat them? Yeah, okay. How do you speed run a ritual site? Let's see about this. It's the unfortunate that it's still Zulaman, obviously, so. I just want to do something else with the fact that my mouse feels better, although it does look weird on my screen. Open the cash shop, buy a new... What are you talking about? This isn't, Oh no, what's a game that got totally destroyed? Dark Age of Camelot? RuneScape 2? There's a couple of games that I've seen Josh Strife's go over that are old MMOs that got completely ruined by microtransactions. Never really played many of those games, though. What the hell? Image Lady Dark Glen. Oh, because I have the quest going. Oh, Neverwinter? Is Neverwinter completely fucked by microtransactions? Oh. Ugh. Yeah, there's a couple of games I know he went over earlier this year. I remember watching a few, and just you click the button for the microtransaction shop, and it's just like, buy the best sword in the game, $39.99. You're just like, yeah, beat the sure. All right, so how many challenges do I need to put in this? You can do 6. I don't need to do all of these. I don't care about the spoils. So how are we doing this? So reinforced. Or do minimum 6. Don't need that one. That doesn't matter. This is annoying. We'll turn that manifestations off. Yeah, so turn those off. So this is like goop on the ground. Enemies are stronger, whatever, they still explode. This is that eventually an extra guy summons. Embers, patrols, tendrils. Sure, because reinforced is just less dudes. And manifestations is the mob that spawns every minute that you have to interrupt somehow. Otherwise, you have to run out of the damn giant circle. Yeah, okay. Let's see how fast we can do this. So I feel like this always take the 30 to 40 minutes to do. Because it's a damn long-winded thing because you're going to by your damn self. Okay, so to beat... All these apprentices have to be beat up, so all 6 of them. I mean, instantly notice how there's so many fewer enemies. Is that the movement speed one? Oh, that's versatility. That's a good one. Oh, this one is one of the apprentices. Yeah, it's the cultist apprentices and the captured void entities. You have to do all 6 of those, then you get the mini boss, and then you get the last boss. Okay. I don't want that aggro that patrol because it's just a waste of time. There's a patrol right there too. I thought I turned patrols off. Did I read the wrong thing? No, I left them on. I turned something else off. We blast the rare mob only if it's in the way. These only give score, right? These only give score. Ouch. Yeah, this gives spoils. So it's like not really worth it. Unless you're going for like a super high score for some reason. Ah, momentum. Bum, 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 bum. What is this green aura? And why am I just dying? I interrupt? Oh, I'm in my single target build. Okay, well, you can't pull more than 4 mobs in this difficulty, because it just kills you dead. Hold on, can you respec in here? Yes. You're updating Divinity 2 because you're bored? Damn, son. You picked Divinity 2 over Destiny 2? Shit. Answer your earlier question. List of Monty Python projects. Oh. Yeah, you said Division 2. I know. I guess it really was. There's only 45 episodes of Flying Circus. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Holy Grail, Life of Brian, Meaning of Life. I didn't see them live at the Hollywood Bowl. I watched their 3 films, though, that are like films. A lot of books. Live album soundtracks, studio albums, compilations, box sets, singles, documentaries, stage productions. Interesting. It actually is a little bit less than I thought there was. R4 was saying there was like a bajillion seasons, but actually it was only 45 episodes. It's actually not that much. It's not actually like a large amount. IMDb can't be trusted anymore, it seems. What do you mean? What does IMDb say? Oh, did I say Divinity? Yeah, I said you picked Division 2 over Destiny 2. They list 13 seasons. I'm not saying R4 is lying. Div, do you see the same thing? Is there something weird on IMDb? Or is it like, is the show just split up that weirdly? Because the wiki just has 4 seasons and a special. It doesn't have 13 seasons. That's a lot. Unless they're combining a whole bunch of stuff together, maybe. Maybe it's being... I wish I knew why my Twitch dashboard just crashes and explodes. It's just sitting here and I go back to look at it and it's just like, ah! IMDb was, that's wrong. It's really laid out now. I know they changed it because IMDb has like a whole paid premium nonsense thing now. So you don't actually get all the information anymore. Same thing with like Box Office Mojo. They're all locked behind paywalls now, which maybe is supposed to be a way to stop trolls and like review bombing or something. But Wikipedia says 4 seasons and 45. Yeah, that's what I had brought up. R4 is saying IMDb says 13 seasons. That's what we're talking about. Ah! That was weird. Huh! Hit my interrupt too late. What's that? Oh, this is this thing. You have to defeat it before you can walk out. All right, one more. Uh-oh. Do 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 do. The thing that's weird about ritual sites is that when you're going for like loot in them, they're designed in a way where it really wants you to like do a full clear. Find all the chests, defeat all the rares. It's like a scoring system, right? It's like single player scoreable content. You don't really score in delves. Oh. Ouch. Those are the 6. Now it's corrupted creature. Because then if you don't get like an uber humongous score, how much less stuff do you get? But is the score only giving you like dark particle and stuff like that? So it's not even really giving you... It's not for like the crest and the gear or whatever. I don't know. Division 2 over Destiny 2 you really don't have anything to chase in Destiny anymore. Well, when did you last stop playing? Or were you playing like recently-ish with like the final update? I'm rooted. Okay. I'm gonna... Yep, I'm just gonna get... Okay, sure. All the effects on me all at once. That's fine. Root me and put a soak down that I can't get to because I can't break the root in time. You played recently with the final update? Did you really? Okay. I didn't know like what else stuff you didn't have done. Like what dungeons you haven't done or what exotics you didn't have, or it's also like doing all the Monument of Triumph stuff. I was actually working on a little bit of that last night. I guess I did pull this thing with all the different pillars up, so it was that crazy buffed, had all the different zone buffs, and only gave me two of these things. 2. What the hell? Terrible. So yeah, with only 654 combined spoils gained from thwarting enemy forces. I had the wrong button. It's funny how the bosses are the easiest part in here, and like the special mobs just kill you sometimes. It's weird balancing. It's like already done. I mean, that was with Lust, sure. So this score was 1500, and What was my score yesterday? Like double this? So yeah, I guess I don't know how many field accolades you got. I still got the 5 and 10. This is just to do it. So I guess it's all about field accolades, which is to farm for the cosmetic gear or for alt gear if you are catching up with heroic caches or whatever. Yeah, so you can do that. That was pretty quick. That was with 2 derpy deaths. That took me 13 minutes compared to trying to do a full run with all the affixes on to get a huge score. Took me 40-ish. Because there's so many more mobs and so much more stuff to kill, and I looted a bunch of crap, and I ran around like a nincompoop. It's my word of the day. Nincompoop. Does the statue rewards for doing the final boss of the raids go away with a patch tomorrow? If so, I miss out on heroic March on Quell Danas one. No way I try to do mythic raids anymore. The statue rewards? Are you talking? Is this a blue blur? You're talking about a housing item? Is that what you're asking about? Housing item? I don't think those go away because they're just a drop when you beat the boss. I don't think the cosmetic for housing doesn't go anywhere because that stuff is all evergreen. Anything that has housing items, anything that has housing stuff, I'm pretty sure lasts forever. It's put in the game and it's not going anywhere. Because there's a ton of housing items on past raids that are obviously all, you know, sunset raids because they've all been in the game for forever. But if you go back and do those old raids, you get stuff. Yeah. So I don't think they go anywhere. You just have to get a group to go do them after the patch, which may be easier or maybe harder. I don't know if that's going to be easier with less people wanting to do old stuff, but maybe more people want to do old stuff when you're stronger because you have higher gear, so then you dunk it. Like both forms of logic could be applied here. But I don't have a definitive answer for you if it goes away, because I don't know. There's some stuff to do, but since there's no Destiny 3, the motivation doesn't exist. Oh, I just like playing the game because I like playing the game. And I still find that I have a lot of stuff that I can do that I'm slowly working on. Because I have stuff that I want to knock out for all of Monument of Triumph. I want to get every raid and dungeon badge completed so that when I open the page, every badge is gold. So I have a lot of stuff to do. But if you don't have that same drive, I understand. I still have exotic weapons that don't have catalysts that aren't done because I don't have them. They haven't dropped. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely see. We'll definitely have to wait and see, but I don't think any of that stuff goes away because those are just drops. Those are just extra drops.
Are you planning a purchase?
Yeah, I wouldn't think they would go away. But I don't know if there's a way to look and see if there's a post about that anywhere. Is any information about that stuff? But I don't think so. Because if I go back to last expansion and go beat up bosses, they'll still drop their housing items. The only thing I wonder is that, are you wondering if the statue is like a special limited time thing, like, you know, ahead of the curve, cutting edge, that kind of stuff? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. But I haven't read anything about that saying that it's going away. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. That's about all I really had in the tank. Oh, let's go turn this quest in and get the next part that just says go do it again. I wonder if this quest is going to update with the ritual site changes and actually have different rewards in season 2. Because there's apparently, because this gives a void core. All this turns into is gold tomorrow. Oh, this one also gives another void core. Oh, this one gives the void core. That one I just didn't, I don't think. Oh my god, someone is making a ton of stuff in chat. Yeah, that gave me Void Light Marl. Yeah, the third chunk, but my ritual sites are also done. Ritual sites are done. Prey is done. Delves was done. How do I get to the Delve map again? The Delve thingy. Adventure guide, Delves. Yeah, I did every variation as well. And then the Delve track, I think I have to go to the thing. Oh, I finished my traveler's log. Didn't even realize. I suppose I see a little bit of that. I mean, they nerfed ability regen going in a Monument of Triumph R4. It's some builds can definitely be very ability spammy, but across the board, ability regeneration went down from what 190% to 120%. So they cut out a lot of ability regeneration. You have to really kind of spec into it if you really want tons of ability gen, and certain builds can do really dumb stuff. But you also get no super energy regeneration anymore while attacking bosses with like boss damage supers. So you really only get like one. Roaming supers still gain a ton of ability generation, but roaming supers also don't do boss damage. So I don't know, the game can feel pretty gunplay-y if you are going a gun build, because you don't get as much abilities. Yeah. You get all the achievements from ritual sites. Void Assaults, definitely not. But I don't think this stuff's gonna go away because Void Assaults just roll over. Ritual sites. Oh, I haven't completed this. The Advanced Ritual Site Studies. Only thing I haven't done yet. Which I guess this also won't go away if this just quest keeps going because ritual sites aren't going anywhere. That is going to reward crap gear, I think. They'll reward like adventurer gear. Yeah. But almost. Almost. And the prey system is just mostly like, it's all these. I still have a lot more dudes. Catch 100 fish while in a nightmare prey hunt. Interrupt 100 traps. I didn't hear no bell. Deliver a repulse 50 times. Oh, we do have more lore walking that popped up, didn't we? Because we did these two a while ago, and we didn't do Xalatath for some reason, but now we have Loa and the Elves of Quel'Danas. Or did we already have Elves, and now we have Loa and Xalatath? I forgot. They added more lore walking recently. True, they did just add these. Damn. Oh, Xalatath was pre-patch? Okay. Xalatath was the pre-patch one. I just never did it. Well, shit. Well, shit. Okay. where to log out for the big patch. Probably somewhere that doesn't have to load the whole damn city when you log in. Like in the inn, maybe. And in a corner. So you don't have to load everyone else's nonsense when you pop in out of existence. So we'll do stream tomorrow night. It will not be as late of start time unless the server maintenance gets pushed back. The current plan is that the servers won't be up until 6 Eastern, which is 6 hours ago from now. But we started late today because I had quite the busy IRL day. But tomorrow I just gotta wait for servers to come up, because they might be up a little early. They might be up 2 hours later. So we'll play it by ear. But thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna head into Discord a little bit here. Got some community stuff I want to go get to. But thank you for watching, hanging out. Y'all have a great night. Have a great morning, whoever comes first. And I will I'll see you tomorrow on patch day. We'll see how the story keeps going with this one, the Curse of Ulatek. Because so far it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. See you tomorrow.